Jay Korf is standing by live in Silver Spring. And Jay, have police made any arrests in connection with this incident?
No arrests, Elliot, but boy, police say these guys left a lot of destruction behind. 13 vehicles damaged or destroyed. This is one of them right here, and you can tell because investigators had to mark and locate each of these vehicles. Here's car number 10 out of 13, and as I back up, this is really hard to believe, but car number 11, a red sedan, was trapped underneath this truck. There's smashed out glass. Here's a crushed-in door. But this is what is most memorable. Everywhere where you go around here, you see parts of cars and you have no idea where they came from.
As the water goes down in neighborhoods hardest hit by the floods, the task of finding any signs of life continues. And now New Orleans faces the challenge of bringing back residents and businesses willing to rebuild. One parish president took to the radio this morning, saying he wants any homeowners with working water, sewage, and electrical lines to return, but warned it isn't Wally Cleaver's neighborhood. They'll see when they come back.
It's pretty bad. The whole area was pretty bad.
Even many of the police officers and other emergency responders still here have yet to find out whether there is anything left of their own homes and property. Special agents from Washington now patrolling the business district are helping the rebuilding effort, but see constant reminders of the level of devastation. This lamp hanging from a power line showing just how high and how far the debris has spread. One major obstacle, where to put all of the trash. As one expert noted, it's hard to find a place for all the debris when you're talking about an entire American city. In New Orleans, Rebecca Cooper, ABC 7 News.
Scott Thuman has been following the story from Tolmansville, West Virginia.
As the families and friends of 13 miners fill this West Virginia church to get updates and pray for their loved ones, the rescue effort is continuing at a tireless pace. Teams constantly changing out so the progress never slows. Virginia Moore's fiancé is among the missing miners.
He always talks about a good crew. Everybody's pulling together, and they're going to get out. It's going to be good.
The hope is that he and the others are in a spot where clean air is plentiful. Each man has an oxygen pack like this, but lasts only an hour or so, and conditions are difficult.
It's dark. It's roughly 55 degrees, and the height is somewhere in the 5 to 5.5 feet.
At the same time, rescue crews make their way 13,000 feet into the mine. A large drill has been brought in to drop microphones down inside the mountain to hear exactly where the men may be. Such rescues have worked before. Several years ago in Somerset, Pennsylvania, a group of miners was saved 77 hours after the ordeal began. And this morning, those in Tolmansville are just praying for a similar result.
That kicks back into my mind, you know. I'm wondering how long this is going to be. Is it going to be that long? Is it going to be shorter? So I just have to just pray. I'm just like numb.
Her smile was as sweet as her name, Lilibeth Gomez. For 9 years, she lived in this modest house in Arlington, Virginia. Now, loved ones gather to mourn, including her 15-year-old brother Jorge, who says every morning Lilibeth brightened his day by waking him up.
It's hard because, I don't see her no more.
This girl, described as always silly, except when it came to her schoolwork, died on her way to school after a trash truck slammed into her bus, ripping a horrific gash through paint, metal, and seats. 8-year-old Roberto Antonio Solano Jr. was on that bus.
We were really scared. Some people were screaming, and some people were crying.
But Roberto is thinking less about his injured lip and more about his broken heart. You see, he always walked with his neighbor, Lilibeth Gomez, to the bus stop, and he wanted to tell us what he'll miss most about his friend.
Your smile.
A smile that her brother Jorge only wishes that he could see again when he awakes to a lonely tomorrow.
It feels like a dream. Like, I don't even really believe this happened. It just happened all of a sudden. I can't believe it.
There's a sound that's all too familiar in Purcellville, Virginia. A sound Patty Maley is not fond of.
I hate it. I want to stay in bed till May.
Maley's car
looks like an ice cube.
The parking lot below it the shopping carts around it are all encrusted in ice.
Well, you bundle up as much as you can, and you bring your rabbit's foot with you, and just pray to the weather gods. That's all you can do.
Just about everything here is coated in a frozen glaze.
Mother Nature's having a lot of fun with me today, well, as she is with all of us.
The problem earlier in Springfield, Virginia, was not entirely Mother Nature's fault. A critical I-95 southbound ramp at the mixing bowl had to be shut down due to icy conditions. But 2 hours passed before Virginia Department of Transportation officials were able to dispatch a salt truck. All the while, frustrated drivers were forced to head northbound instead of southbound. If anything, that's exactly where Patty Maley would like to be, headed southbound.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'd rather be in Florida.